So in this video I'm going to show you how to make the triple twisted ladder bracelet. It does take 2 looms or 6 pin bars, so you could buy 3 pin bars on the Rainbow Loom web store in addition to your regular Rainbow Loom, but if you have 2 looms already, then you can make this bracelet. It is kind of time consuming because you have to lay the X's and lay all this exterior banding and rotate all the ladder rungs, I guess you would call them, in the middle here. But it's a fun bracelet. It's really big, like that. So that's what we're going to make in today's video. Okay, so you'll need to have your looms set up like this in the straight position. And a good way to have your bases is 2 at each end on what would be a regular loom, and then one big blue one in the middle to hold it all together. So that's your loom setup, and you want the arrows to be pointing away from you. And first we're going to lay the exterior bands, so what the red is on this one. So you can take any color. I'm going to do clear, and you'll want to start by putting a band between those 2 pegs, and that's where we're going to end the looping pattern. And then you'll just start going up each side and laying 2 bands on either side of this first one, on both sides, like that. And then go up the left. You'll want good strong bands for this bracelet because there is some tight spots. So just keep laying these bands up the side. And then when you get to the end right here, just stop for now. And then we're going to lay bands up the right side, just like we did on the left. And then again, just stop at this peg. And then we're going to go back to this peg and lay a band from here to here, so we're going back into the center. And then do the same thing on the right side, so they're coming towards each other like that. And then go back to the left, and lay another band in, and then go back to the right and lay another band in. And we're not going to lay any bands right here just yet. So now, after you've laid the perimeter, we started right here and then we went all the way around and came back in. You're going to lay this part, which is X's, and that's the tightest part of the bracelet. So take your color, and here's the end pegs, and then you're going to go 1 peg in, and that's where you're going to start laying the X's, and you're going to lay them from left to right. Actually, sorry, don't do that. Lay it from right to left. So you start on the rightmost peg, and then go here, and then left, like that. And then take more bands, and you're going to start the X from here this time, and go up and over, and then you're going to do that all the way up these 2 pin bars to the end. So I'll show you again. Right to left and left to right, and they're just X's crisscrossing over each other. Okay, and then when you get to these 2 pegs, you're just going to lay another X, and it will overlap on the outer bands, but that's okay. So that's the first row of X's, and then we're going to do the same thing on this set of pins, so 1 in from the outside on these 2. And you can use the same color or a different color or whatever you want to do. I like to use the same color. So again, we're just going from right to left all the way up. Okay, so now we're at the end again, so we're just going to put this last X on. And now you want to push all of these down because the next step is putting on the twisted rungs of the ladder part. So in here, here, and here. We can go on to the twists, but first we need to put a cap band right here where we didn't put any outside bands. So what you're going to do is take one outside color band, put it on those two pegs, and double it over on itself. So that way the cap band won't be huge compared to the bracelet. It makes a nice tight cap band like that right there. So now for the twists, what you're going to do is take two bands, put your hook up through the bottom, and then, twist it end over end like that just once, and then put it on this peg and this peg. And if it gets a little tight, that's fine. It can take several tries. So two bands, put your hook up through, and then twist it once. Like that. And we're going to do that all the way up here, stopping on these two pegs right there. And then we're going to do that up the middle, starting here and ending here again, and then up this side, starting here and ending here. So I'll show you how to do that again. Take two bands, and make sure it is two individual bands rather than like a twisted up band. Stick your hook through and twist it, and then put it on here and here. So we're going to do that all the way to right here. Okay, and now we're going to put the last twist for the left row on these two pegs. And then we're going to do the same thing for the middle. I like to use a different color. Just twist it and then put it right here and right here. And then we're going to do it all the way up here, stopping right here. And then we'll just do the same thing up here for the last row. And now what you're going to do is turn it around so we're ready to loop. And I would recommend a metal hook for this just because you're reaching inside some of these tighter bands, but I don't think it would break plastic hooks. So what you're going to do is reach under this doubled cap band that we made and grab this band right here. It's the right band on the X on the left, and you'll just loop it from here to here like that. And then you'll grab the X band on the left and loop it to the right. Now you're going to repeat that, except you're going to reach all the way down inside the twist and grab the bottom one and loop it over like that, and then reach inside this twist and also grab the bottom band and loop it out like that. And you're going to continue that all the way to the end. So you're just looping from right to left and then left to right, and you're reaching inside all of the twists. So it should look like that. So reach inside, loop it up, and then reach inside again and loop that one out. So you're just going to do that all the way to here. So once you've got the leftmost row of X's looped, it should look like that. And now you're going to do the same thing for these, except you're just going to do it in reverse. So you'll reach into the cap band and grab the left band, and then the right band, and then reach inside and grab the left band, and then the right band. And you'll just do that all the way up like we did the other one. And then we'll just loop this last X like that. Then you can push all of these down like that. Now we're going to loop the border. So what you'll do for that is pull back this cap band and grab that left band and loop it out to the left. And then grab the band under that and loop it to the left. And then you'll just loop all the way up this row. And then once you've gotten to this top peg right here, you're just going to stop for now. And then go back to the beginning and reach under the cap band again. And bring the right bands out. Like that, and then just loop up the side again. And then we'll just loop up to there. Now what you're going to do is loop into the center. So you'll start on the left and bring that band in. And then go over here and loop that band in. And then reach under all of those bands, including an X band, and grab the bottom one and loop it in. And the same thing over here. And now this last band is a little different because you have to hold one end. So on the left side, pull back all the bands. That part can be kind of hard. And then grab that bottom one, and then hold that end, like that. And then you're going to reach into here, and grab the other end of the same band, and also put that on your finger, like that. So you have an end right there. And then you can take your hook and pull this end over the other, so you've made a slip knot in that band, and that's like tying the bracelet off. And just make sure that loop doesn't slip back through. So now you can take it off, and I recommend using your hook to take off the corners, and that relieves some of the tension on your loom, and this way your pin bars won't break. And now you'll just take it all off. Okay, so once you've taken it off, you'll want to turn it over and just pull on it like that, and that'll make the X's fall into place. And now you'll want to make your extension. And for that, I like to make 2 rows of extensions so that it kind of balances out the ends, because right now they're kind of curving in, but it pulls them back out and makes it look more rectangular, like that. So what you're going to do is take your loom and turn it around again so the arrows are pointing away from you. And then you can take whatever extension color you want and put it on the loom. And I like to do a single chain going up to about this pin or this pin, depending on how thick the bracelet is, and this one's pretty thick. So I think I'll go up to here, and it's pretty short too. And you're gonna lay 2 of these chains. This is the first. So I'm gonna stop right there, and then I'm going to go to this row and do the same thing. Then 1 more band, like that. And you don't need to put cap bands on these chains because the cap band is going to be the end of our bracelet. So what you're going to do with this end is put it on one of these pegs, but choose an end or a link on your bracelet where you want the chains to attach. So I'm going to choose these 2 loops, and you're going to put 1 set of those on this peg where the chain starts, then the other set on this peg, and for your slip knot, whoops, it's kind of down in there. There we go. You'll just put that on one of the pegs with the other ends of your bracelet. And now you can loop this. So pull back all those bands and bring that one up. Then pull back all of these and bring that one up. Then you can just loop these up the loom. Okay, so once you've finished looping those, you can take both of these ends on your hook and then pull the extensions off. Like that. Then you'll want to put your fingers in one of those ends and take a C-clip and put it on there. And then do the same thing for this extension. With another C-clip. And then take the other end of your bracelet and attach the C-clips opposite where you put the extensions, so right here on the corner. You might have to pull them out pretty hard. And like that. And you can keep stretching this out if it wants to curve in, but that's how you do it. And there is your triple twisted ladder bracelet.